To be the first British female NFL coach is just the most incredible opportunity for myself, but to hopefully open up the doors for other people. The fact that I'm here and able to live in this amazing football world is, I just feel so lucky.
I'm a sports scientist and my role involves trying to use research and technology to help support the health and performance of our athletes.
My name is Phoebe Schecter and I am with the tight ends. I'm also assisting the offensive and defensive quality control coaches.
My name is Jo Clubb and I'm the applied sports scientist for the Buffalo Bills.
I think growing up with a British mom and American father, the greatest thing for me was the ability to travel. Because my mom still had family over in the UK, we were able to go back to England.
Originally I'm from Crawley, so just south of London, and then I also studied at Loughborough University in the Midlands.
To be honest, I never watched American football. I can maybe remember 2 Super Bowls that I've ever seen. That feels really bad saying now. I was 22 years old when I moved over to the UK. That's where I fell in love with American football. I was looking for a way to meet people. I'd moved over by myself and get a bit of American culture. So once I saw an ad on social media, I went to the trials and made the team. It's just completely changed my life since that one decision.
I've been in Buffalo just over 3 years. First of all, I came over to work for the Buffalo Sabres in the NHL. And last season, I worked for both the Bills and the Sabres, and now I'm just full-time working for the Buffalo Bills. There are lots of conversations about tea and about the royal family. We use various different tools and technology around the building. So it's my responsibility to delve into the data and see what information that is giving us in terms of our training loads or how our athletes are responding to that through their wellness questionnaires. And then just helping support our strength and conditioning staff, our coaching staff with what that data is telling us in terms of helping them making decisions.
All of it started in terms of the coaching side of it when I was speaking at a BAFCA conference, which is our coaches association over in the UK. And there was a coach over from the States, from the University of Laverne, named Oscar Rodriguez, and Rich Wurzel, who was British. From there, he had asked if I wanted to come be a guest coach with his college. I just said yes and paid and went out there and stayed on one of their couches for 2 weeks. And from there, I went to what we've got called our Women's World Games. And at the end of it, they started doing these career forums. And that's where I first met Kim Pegula. From there, we applied for the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship. You choose 5 teams. The Bills were one of my teams. And crazy enough, I got picked for it. You want to make those stories like all the other coaches in this industry have to go through. I'm just a bit older when I do it.
Me and Phoebe have at least 40 different handshakes. It's all fun and games. I asked her the other day, I was like, yo, I'm your favorite player, huh? And she was like, Levi, I don't even coach you. And I was like, well, on defense, like me and you, we're the only ones that have handshakes. And she's like, yeah, you're right, you're right. But it's just good times, good times. Every time when I'm leaving the meeting room, we always do a little handshake before we leave. But it's just good just to have good people around you like that in the locker room.
The way that I started to build my confidence more is with the rookies and with practice squad, because they're, especially the rookies, they're new to this as well. But the fact that the tight ends that I'm with are a bit more veteran, they actually help me because I can ask them questions and they can ask me questions, and we help each other learn that way. I'm able to go up to a practice squad guy and say, oh, you need to be here, you need to be doing this. And I feel okay with that because the tight ends group have helped build my confidence in that way. But just being around football, being around the guys, that already helps you build your confidence.
There's no difference. She in there learning the same stuff we are. I mean, sometimes we don't remember something that she remembers, she let us know. So she's been a good help.
She's energetic every day. She brings it every day. So it's contagious, definitely, when she's around. And you see her running around having fun, it's contagious. So she's been a lot of fun to be around.
In the tight ends room, Coach Boris is really good for including me in the questions. So he'll ask a tight ends question, and then he'll ask me a question. And the intimidation is more so I'm afraid or I don't want to give the wrong answer. I want to prove that I know the right answer. But when you overcome that fear of, oh, what do I say? A minute of panic, a little second of panic. Once you overcome that, then it's okay because you know the guys are there to help me. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's this, and you can hear them whispering.
Well, we didn't properly meet in your first training camp.
No.
But this year we met in our halls of residence.
Yeah, we were roommates.
Yeah. And all the other coaching interns were very confused that there was then someone else with an accent.
Exactly. I remember going to the bathroom because we had a shared bathroom and there was all the typical British stuff and the proper British plug.
Yes, with an adapter for my toothbrush.
Like, yep, I'm home.
Obviously trying to sort of groundbreak here and always open to trying to help people and females in our industry, but we're also very lucky that obviously one of our owners, Mrs. Pegula, who's also the president, is so supportive of women in sport, and so she's opened a lot of doors, as are now a lot of the other owners.
There just aren't females in this role, and if you grow up not knowing that that's an option for you, you naturally close that out of your mind. But hopefully with more females involved in every role in American football, that will allow little girls or minorities or whoever it may be to think, I want to be in that role because there's someone that looks like me doing that job. Because of great people like Samantha Rappaport, and you've got the Katie Sowers and Catherine Smiths out there that are showing girls, you can do this job. Hopefully in the future, we'll have a lot more women involved.
She told me the other day, like, her hours. I'm like, dang, like, Phoebe. And I was like, Phoebe, you want to do this? Like, you love it? She's like, yeah.
My ultimate goal is definitely to be a coach, and I'd love to be within the NFL. I think if I had the perfect world, it would be involved with a team over in the UK in terms of maybe if the Jags want to go over there one day. I know that the UK is home for me, and that's where I will eventually end up.
It's amazing. Our ownership of both the Bills and the Sabres, Mr. and Mrs. Pegula, are very supportive of what we're trying to do here in terms of providing our players with the best performance support that we can. Myself and my colleague Jo Collins. So Jo was a physio for Saracens and now is over here as well as the performance manager. Both two English Joes, two English JCs as well, so we kind of come as a team, I think.
We kind of do this thing where like I'll hold my football like right before I go in. It's a defense thing. She comes and just knocks it out, so the other day I knocked down her papers. You know, she didn't see it coming.
I have so much more to learn and so many more amazing coaches I want to learn from, that this journey really doesn't have an end to it.